Hey Internet, my name is David Fitz, and this is our second podcast in our Let's Talk Weekly podcast interview series. And our guest today is Amanda Williamson, an NCCU alumna and the owner of Ennyluap. It's a fashion design company that she started herself. She sews everything, produces the website, social media, everything is under her name. So with further ado, welcome and hope you all enjoy. Welcome to the Let's Talk Weekly podcast. So, how did you get your start into the world of fashion?
It all started as far as the depth that I'm going with. It all started maybe a few years ago. I started doing dance costumes, and it evolved even more when a former manager of mine at a well-known retail store opened her own boutique in Raleigh, North Carolina. She gave me an opportunity to bring in personal ready-to-wear designs. So I took her up on the opportunity, and it's been going great from there.
So after working with her, what compelled you to want to continue doing this?
I now see it as a way to express myself non-verbally. I grew up in the performing arts specifically, and I've just noticed that designing clothing is a way for me to get that same satisfaction as I would on stage by seeing people wear my designs walking around, and it allows me to take my innermost thought and create something that actually is, tangible and wearable.
So, in terms of your designs, what are some of your inspirations?
I go by my own model of timeless mode, so I grab a lot of inspiration from so many different things. Usually I like to say that I'm very whimsical, so you might see, ruffles here and pleats there, colors that remind you of happy times or certain structures that take you back to old Hollywood. So I kind of grab inspiration from everywhere. I could walk down the street, look at a light post, and say, hey, this reminds me of XYZ. Let me design a structured dress off of it, So I don't have just one straightforward inspiration. It's a broad spectrum.
I remember talking to you before, and you said that you got inspiration from Willy Wonka and Chocolate Factory.
Mhm.
Can you talk about that?
It's more so the feeling. Like how I say, I design what comes to mind. Mm-hmm. Most of the things that come to my mind are based off of a feeling.
Okay.
So when I say Willy Wonka or Alice in Wonderland, it's sort of that magical feeling, I could say, that I get from it that makes me want to design things off of it. I know it doesn't make sense, but most of everything I design and I make is based off of a feeling, if that makes any sense.
It does. It really does.
Okay.
I think a lot of designers, whether it be fashion or art or entertainment of movies, books, I think a lot of it is a feeling, that something that it means something to them.
Right.
And then I want to ask you about the name Ennyluap. Where did that come from?
Ennyluap is my middle name, which is Paul Lynn. It consists of my father's name, Paul, and my mother's name, Linda. I took it, turned it around, and there's Ennyluap. So it's Paul Lynn, which is Paulynne, spelled backwards. So So it's pretty touching to me because I get to keep, my parents, two people who I really love, real dear to me, and in some form tied up inside of my business.
That's good. I mean, that can show a lot of people that you're humble and you're very family oriented.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I think a lot of companies, like their, like you say, origin stories, if you will, that a lot of them do have that personal feel, and it's always nice to know what inspired someone to do that.
Okay, well, I'm glad. I'm glad I did something pretty meaningful.
And you did, and I think the name is unique. I remember when you first told me it took me a minute to learn how to pronounce it, but now it's like it just rolls off the tip of my tongue now.
Good, yeah. It takes most people, they're like, huh, what did you say? People can pronounce it before it can spell, of course, because its spell doesn't exactly, give you the notion to say Ennyluap.
Right.
Most people come up with Ennyluap or Ennyluap.
Right.
But it's Ennyluap. So eventually people will catch on.
Now, like, for your designs that you do with in Ennyluap, like, are you doing them all by yourself?
Yes, I do everything by myself at this point. It's a one-man show, but I must say I gain a lot of support from my mom, like my best friend, like Jasmine. I still get a whole lot of support from Kendra Leonard, who's the owner of the Art of Style Boutique in Raleigh, where my line's being carried. Also, she owns another location in Cameron Village. It's also being carried there. I have a lot of people who, like photographers, who do photo shoots for me for free. So I have a lot of people who help me. Deanna Owens, for instance, she was once a client who went inside the boutique to purchase something, and I got to meet her, and she's now the face of our company. She's a gorgeous, lovely model, and very supportive. So although it is a one-man show, I must say I'm blessed because I have so many people who are already in the industry supporting me and pushing me forward.
And can you tell me about your drive that makes you to want to continue doing this every day?
I love creating things. I've always been a hands-on person, and I love showcasing myself. So if I'm able to not only show the world Amanda, but show the world Amanda's creative side, and let them see the way I view things on a day-to-day basis, it keeps me going. I'm always thinking of a new design, a new dress, a new shirt, so it's a non-stop process. I mean, even when I try to take a break, I can't, I'm like, oh man, I need to make this because it's hot, But, so basically, the never-ending creative side of it and the endless possibilities keeps me going every day.
That is a really good thing. I think just like some people, like I said a few minutes ago about companies, like starting their own thing. Some people, it's sort of, I have this idea today, I'll do it tomorrow, and then tomorrow becomes 2 months or a year later. But I think it's good to see that you are doing it every day.
Yeah, and the thing is with that, I do put off things sometimes, but Ennyluap was something that I never thought about putting off. It was actually, all the different opportunities were thrown at me so much that I had no choice, really, but to grab them, because I will look very foolish, and of course I'd be disgusted with myself. So, when one opportunity came, I grabbed it, no second thought. Another opportunity came, I grabbed it. And I get a lot of knowledge from my mom and my dad, who are both business owners. My mom actually, maybe like in her late 20s, owned her own boutique. It was called Linda's Boutique in Jacksonville, North Carolina. And she has a whole lot of insight into the actual business side of it. So between my creativity, I also have a strong business. And my father was, a restaurateur, if I could say. And he also gave me a great business side of everything. So I'm blessed to say that I have a package of supporters, a sense of business, and endless sense of creativity.
I think having the support group, I think it can make you want to continue, knowing that people are behind you 100%.
Right. So yeah, it's really great to have people like my mom, my best friend Jasmine, Deanna Owen, Chris Charles, Dimitri Williams. They're both photographers. It's really, really great.
I think people want to hear, like business owner stories. But now I want to ask you about like the fashion shows you've been in. You mean tell me about some of the ones you've been in and what you have coming up in the future?
Sure. Mainly, I've been participating in the semi-annual leukemia charity fashion show that the Art of Style Boutique puts on. They put on the fall and they put on a summer show. And all shows benefit the Leukemia and Lymphoma Foundation. But as far as things coming up, I'm getting ready for Atlanta International Fashion Week. I'm actually a featured designer. So I'll be showing at the Georgia World Congress Center July 28th, 7 o'clock. I'm going to have a full collection of my work so people can see exactly who Ennyluap is or what Ennyluap is. So I have 30 girls walking in that. That's going to be a great experience for me because it's basically introducing me to the Atlanta market. Okay.
So, what was the process of getting Ennyluap into the Atlanta International Fashion Week?
Social media, the new age of advertising. I was on Twitter. I forgot exactly what was said, but short summary, they were like, "Oh, we would love to have you participate in Atlanta International Fashion Week." And honestly, it just went on from there. So once they said they would love to have me, I was like, I would love to, be there, and it just went on from there.
Speaking of social networking, you got you said Twitter. You have a Twitter handle you want to plug?
Sure. It's Ennyluap. It's going to be _ENNYLUAP_. And you can like us on Facebook. It's facebook.com/Ennyluap, which is again ENNYLUAP.
Okay, and your website, I'm guessing Ennyluap.com?
It is www.ennyluap.com.
Okay. After the fashion week, what do you have planned next?
Well, I'm actually a finalist in the Belk Southern Designer Showcase competition. Mm-hmm. So hopefully I'll be preparing to enter Belk for spring 2013. Yeah, there are a lot of opportunities coming up, and once again, I'm just grabbing them.
Well, good. I guess if if our alma mater, NCCU, you're an example of an eagle who's soaring high now.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Is there anything else that you want to share with us about you, Amanda Williamson, or Ennyluap in general?
I just want to exit out with a statement that I stay really strong to. Be you. Stay timeless. Be bold in anything you do.
Well, there you have it, guys. It's our second interview of our interview series. Well, podcast series, anyway. Hope you all enjoyed getting to know Amanda Williamson. So look out for her in the Atlanta International Fashion Week coming up next week. Hope you all enjoy, and please let me know what you think. Have a great day.